Good afternoon, Senator Runestad. It's so nice to be able to speak with you. How are you?
Chris.
How you doing?
Doing great here in Lansing. We're having session days, so we're getting the people's work done here.
That's great. I know we had the opportunity here at Affinity to sit with you at the town hall you hosted in Novi last fall, and you held that meeting to address the public concerns of the elder abuse. And you had a large panel of people that assembled to answer questions and advise the people that were there in the audience. And it was definitely a great way for people to share their concerns and get some answers to specific questions that they had. You were definitely very good about listening to the people. I commend you on that. The town hall offered an intro of the Senate Bill 77 that you have posted and has been in the works for some time. Can you tell us about your Senate Bill 77?
Absolutely, and I appreciate you bringing up the town hall we had on elder abuse because it was well attended and there was a lot of people concerned about a number of issues. Elder abuse in nursing homes was one, and also a lot of concern about probate fraud. So it was very lively discussion, and I really enjoyed it. But the nursing home nursing home abuse really seems to be a major problem here in the state of Michigan. And basically what got me interested, I was hearing about some of this. I went online and I was watching videos of seniors being abused, and literally I scrolled through on my phone. There's hundreds and hundreds. I couldn't get to the end. But just the 3 or 4 I watched were so heartbreaking and so impactful. I thought something has to be done. I mean, these were people getting slugged in the face and dumped out of chairs. And then, of course, they were investigating and they were lying about what happened. And if it weren't for the video, there'd be no record of this. So it really made sense to allow families to put cameras in. In Michigan, the vast majority of nursing homes preclude individuals from putting in a camera. They make it not a policy to permit these. And then if a family sticks one in a clandestine, hidden way, it's illegal camera. So even if they capture the abuse, they can't use it in a court of law. And in fact, they may even get prosecuted. So I started checking around, and there's 5 states that require nursing homes to allow a video camera to be put in the loved one's home. So it's paid for by the family. The family and the patient want to have this camera. So it's not imposed. It is something that they demand that they be allowed to put in. They have to put it in a conspicuous place so that there's no secret hidden camera, and it has to be posted that there is a camera. Even with all of that, the states that have these provisions, there's still abuse that gets captured. So it will have audio and video capability. And if there's another person in the room, they have to sign off. So it can't be you're going to impose it on anyone. Anyone else that's in that room, if there's 2 or 3 patients, they have to all sign off or you can't do it. But assuming that you got the sign off or that you're by yourself and the family puts these cameras in, you can get high def cameras at places for very low cost anymore. And you could actually watch them on your phone. You could zoom in. So they're really great capabilities to watch your loved ones. And we've seen heartbreaking videos. Just recently, the 20-year-old kid who had COVID-19 was stuck in a nursing home with a 77-year-old man, beat him and beat on him. And he filmed the whole thing. And the gentleman eventually died, the older gentleman in the nursing home. And that was the second time that this guy had done this. Well, without video, there would have been just, well, I guess Mr. Jones fell out of bed a couple times, 300-400 times, in order to do this kind of abuse. But we simply wouldn't know. So this is something that makes a tremendous amount of sense. It is supposed to be voted on this September out of the Senate to go to the House. I'm very sure it will get a quick hearing and vote at the House, and then it will go to the governor. I haven't asked the governor whether she would sign it, but I think it would be politically impossible for her to not sign this. So I feel very good about its chances.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm an advocate in the community for home care, and I know when we put staff in our home, it's safety is number one, and for us in our office, that's very heartbreaking to hear, and we would never want to hear any of our clients or any community members get hurt in the home, and that's the number one thing is screening who you have coming into the facilities and who is coming into the homes for our aging population and protect them, and unfortunately, a lot of owners out there, sometimes you just got the management that's out there has to be a little bit more tighter. There's obviously a need to protect our aging population. And so what prompted you to create this bill? You just did, you said that you saw it on individuals in the community were coming and talking to you about this, or did you
individuals exactly. Individuals had told me about their loved ones being abused in nursing homes. In fact, my daughter-in-law was at the time working for a nursing home. She was the director of nurses at the nursing home. And she said that routinely they were so understaffed that the nurse assistants or the LPNs would just look in the window and document that body cavity seems to be going up and down. So we checked respiration. Well, they never checked respiration. In fact, they never checked anything because they were just running from room to room because there was no time. They didn't have time to make sure they took their medication. She said she used to come home crying. She was absolutely miserable. She would tell the owners that, people are dying on my watch because of this understaffing. And they said, just pay the fines. We're not hiring anybody else. Just pay the fines. Because the state would come in, write up all these fines, they just pay the fines. Well, that's a death sentence for these individuals in a nursing home. So really, it was her stories about saying that there was no way to get around and help these patients. Some of them are intensive needs, and they have a trach in there, or they have a catheter, or there's so many things that take a lot of labor, and it just wasn't the time to clean things. It was just terrible. So it was really her that got me started investigating this, and then watching the videos. I thought, this is the solution. If we can have videotape in these places, what a difference it's going to make for the patient and for the family.
Yeah, I tell you, it's truly heartbreaking. I can't even imagine being in that position. I know if there was my parents, I would definitely want to take action on that. Unfortunately, that in the homes it happens too. In home care industry, some of our owners can have a bad rap by just hiring warm bodies without doing background checks, doing drug screening, having good training and orientation, keeping that tight knit. Because of the caregiver shortage out there right now, I think a lot of people they kind of miss the fact that you have to be strict on who you're going to bring into the nursing homes, and I wanted to bring that up with you. How I know a lot of the home care industry has had a shortage, and due to the Unemployment Act right now, that we say that in our industry is that because of a lot of the caregivers are getting paid with unemployment higher than what we can offer them. And we just kind of wanted to talk to you as a home care agency too, is ask you for your advice on that. How would we handle that type of scenario?
Well, let me put it this way, and then I see I've got a committee I've got to run off to. But I know that individuals are getting 600 from the federal government on unemployment, maybe another 150. So, it was certainly in many cases paying more than they were receiving working. That's now down to 300. And I think that's not going to go very long before that goes back down to to the regular unemployment levels. So I think it's going to induce people that were just wanting to stay home to go back to work. So that's something that I think is a temporary condition. But I know you screen your people, and you really work hard at getting good people, and that says a lot about the way you operate. And I appreciate the time to be able to talk to your families there. Like I said, I do see I've got to go off to a committee, so I want to thank you for the opportunity to talk on the show, and would like to come back again in the future.
Yes. Yep. Thank you. We appreciate you, Senator. We'll talk about other topics. Have a great day.
Thank you.